Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about a couple things and try to kind of go a little deeper to actually give you guys some inside information, some deeper thinking about some of the problems we have with this game. Alright, so just stick with me, alright? I promise you by the end it'll be worth it. Make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. Let's get right into it. So about 6 months ago when we were all playing the demo and I was putting out my build videos, during my Giannis build video, I said this. What I will say, I don't know if you guys have tried this or not, but if you do hop dunks, not Euro dunks, Euro dunks are pretty good still and whatnot, but if you do hop dunks, they are super overpowered, okay? That's where, you drive in, you tap the shoot button, he does like, a gather off of 2 feet, and then you go up and dunk it. I tried this on 6'2" guards. I tried this on like small players that, you wouldn't think it would be super effective, and it is. So the reason I bring that up is because it's been 6 months and still to this day, this has not been addressed. Now, why is that? I mean, we have everyone talking about it. You see tons and tons of gameplays, people completely getting bailed out by a move that takes literally no skill at all. And it's just super overpowered and it's never addressed. So it's like, what's going on with 2K in that aspect? Well, check this out. So the other day, LD tweeted, he was talking to Dignify and Badgeplug and they were asking him, if not him, who can they go to put these ideas out there? And he said we should tweet at NBA 2K for now. They haven't hired a new community manager to his knowledge since he left. So this brought, like, if you just look at it on the surface, you're just thinking like, oh, well, that's stupid, but you got to dive deeper and actually think about what this means. Okay, now, by the way, the reason I brought up the hop steps is because it's a perfect example of something that somebody who's relatively well known in the community, like I pull a good amount of views, pointed out before the game even came out, and it still has not been addressed. And by the way, well, I'm responding to some messages right now. That's why the screen is black. I just a little privacy. All right, my bad. But the gameplay you're about to see is literally a 5v5 gameplay against 2 teams full of people with 90+ win percentages in the park, abusing hops. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to abuse hop steps in this gameplay. Just so that if there's anyone watching the video that doesn't think that this is an issue, just watch this gameplay and it'll confirm it, okay? Literally dominate the whole game doing a move that takes 0 skill, okay? And our opponents use them as well. So you guys can check that out, and I just want to dive a little deeper into what LD's tweet means, okay? So listen, he's saying that when Dignify and Badgeplug were tweeting, saying that they wanted, I think Dignify tweeted that he wanted stuff added to the NBA store because, by the way, that hasn't been updated for like 2 months. And basically LD was like, this isn't what I'm, this isn't my department. I'm not really responsible for, getting feedback from the community and implementing it into the game. He was saying that, they haven't hired anyone to do that job since he left that position. Now you might be thinking, well, Ronnie, I'm pretty sure Ronnie's on like the marketing side. That's why you always see him like, on Instagram trying to get, famous people to play the game or to stream with him or whatever Ronnie be trying to do. You already know he's lying about everything, so it doesn't really matter anyways. Then you got Mike Wang, but Mike Wang is, developing the gameplay. That's why the only time you really see Mike Wang tweeting about anything is when they're going to make gameplay changes because that's his department. They don't have anyone who's actually responsible for monitoring the community and then trying to implement those changes that the community wants. Now, that doesn't mean like LD does it all the time. He'll respond to people and say, listen, I passed this along to the dev team, or I passed this along to the marketing team, but it's not his job to even do that. He just does that because he enjoys the game. Now, the thing about it is, you got to think, if we had somebody actually responsible for managing the community, how many more issues would the game be able to correct quickly? It's funny because we talk about they don't fix anything, but they fix what they want to fix. Remember that red ball, blue ball glitch that everyone was getting tons of VC for? You best believe they patched that within a day. But if there's a gameplay issue or, an event issue or something that doesn't really affect their pocket, they don't care. They're not going to fix it. But if there was a community manager whose job 2K was paying him to make sure if the community is upset about something, it's his job to look into it and see if it's worth changing. Think about all the stuff that would be fixed, man. All the changes that would be made. Something as small as what Dignify had tweeted about the NBA 2K store in the game. You know how easy it is to change what jerseys are available, or to put, they put a Kobe tribute into the game. Why not put a Kobe jersey into the store? Like, there's so many small details about the game that could be so much better, but no one's in charge of monitoring the community and seeing what we want. Another thing about it is, as much as we all kind of, bash the game, not bash the game, but, we talk trash about the game a little bit, because at the end of the day, we love playing basketball video games. That's why we all play 2K. And right now, it's the best basketball video game, which is why we keep playing it even when we're not fully satisfied with it. There's no other option. That's the reason I feel like everyone gets so upset, because we're passionate about it. We enjoy playing this game. We want it to be the best it can possibly be. I think that's unanimous throughout the board. So what's frustrating is, even when we have people, even if you're not well known and you put a good idea out there and it doesn't get that much notoriety, usually somebody puts it into a video. There's so many great content creators keeping the game alive that somehow that idea, whether it's passed along through a tweet or you're talking to somebody, somehow it's going to get out there to the public. Agent's going to put it in a video, just somebody big is going to put it in a video that, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people will see. But for some reason, it doesn't even seem like 2K ever hears about it. Now, maybe they do and they choose to ignore it, but that's what's frustrating for the community. It's not like we're short of ideas and, we don't know any way to make the game better, or we don't even put those ideas out there. We keep them to ourselves. No, absolutely not. There's videos on videos, tweets on tweets, posts on posts about ideas to make the game more creative, make it more fun to play, make the skill gap bigger, make it more competitive, make it so that people will enjoy the game more, but 2K doesn't act on it, which is extremely frustrating for anyone that plays the game, really. Anyone that plays the game passionately, that really enjoys playing 2K, it's super frustrating. Take my example with the hop steps that you're watching in this gameplay over and over again. It's not like we're 6 months in and I'm just pointing it out now. Before the game even came out, just from playing the demo, you heard me in that Giannis build video. I said, if you have not tried hop dunks, test it out. It's super overpowered. Remember, in the demo, we had no dribble animations, no dunk animations, no hop jumper, layup. We had no animations, just normal one, everything, default animations. And the hop steps were still overpowered. That's how I knew when the game came out, it was going to be broken. How many people do you see now on a slasher? Run at the basket, do a hop step dunk. Run at the basket, do a hop step dunk. You see me doing it in this gameplay. Now, when I play normally, I try not to abuse it. But my point is, at least I did, and I'm sure other content creators did as well, and other just players in general probably tweeted about it. Before the game even came out, we identified this problem. And it still has not been addressed, and I would be willing to bet it will not be addressed for the entire year. So what's the point of this video? I wanted to bring light to the problem that LD identified. By the way, he ended up deleting that tweet, so I'm going to assume 2K was not happy about being called out about not filling that position. I think it's very important that there's someone responsible for being the community manager. Now, I understand being in that position is going to come with a lot of hate. I mean, just look at Ronnie. He gets hated on literally anything he posts. Anything he posts, he gets hated on. And I get it. He lied about the game and blah, 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 blah. But he'll post something not even game related and he'll get hated on. So, and he's not even the community manager. So if there was a community manager, literally anytime anything's wrong with the game, that person's going to get a lot of hate thrown towards them. So it's going to need to be somebody that can handle that and actually kind of sort through what's actually just hate and what's actually a valid point, a valid complaint about the game, a valid, just a change that needs to be made, etc., etc. So it needs to be somebody that actually is involved in the game, not somebody that 2K just hires and then he tries to be the community manager. It needs to be somebody that actually knows 2K. They play 2K. They're passionate about 2K. They know what the problems are. They're involved in the community. They watch YouTube videos. They watch streamers. They read tweets on Twitter. They're on Instagram, all those types of things. And it has to be somebody that's actually involved. If you know somebody that you think would be a good community manager, comment it down below. Let me know your thoughts on the whole situation, man. I think it's very important that that position gets filled. That's part of the big problem, I think, in terms of a lot of ideas, a lot of problems never being fixed, despite the fact that we pointed out to them. We point out what needs to be changed all the time. But as LD said, there's no one in the position to actually receive those requests and go through it. Let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.